Instagram, what's up? What it do? How are we doing? Happy Sunday evening. And here I am making another rare sporadic appearance here on the ground. If y'all haven't noticed, I decided to make my appearances rare these days, unless I got something interesting to talk about. And let's just say I got a lot to talk about this evening. It's been a well, not a long time, but just, it's better to stay sporadic these days. It's better to stay out the way. But I do got a lot to talk about, but I want to do it a little bit differently this time versus the way I normally do things. So here's what I want to do. So a couple things I want to talk about, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about certain things. I'm going to stop for a minute and I'm going to look at these comments and look at some of these questions and answer some of them as I'm going along. Then I'm going to go back to talking about something else. I'm going to come back and look at the comments and the questions again. So that way I can say what I got to say and interact at the same time. What's good, Tyrese? And at the end of all this, for those of y'all that stick with me through all of this, there's something I need to ask y'all. Okay, because I'm trying to do stuff differently this time. So it's something I want to ask you all y'all that stick with me before I just jump into it. All right, I'll just put it that way. So let me go ahead and get started because it's been a long time and it's been a lot that I've been wanting to talk about and meaning to come up here and come on live. What's up, John? And talk about, no, it's not about you being a whore, bro. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. Life get in the way sometimes. I be having shit to do. Yeah, you just get caught up. And so stuff be happening. It be stuff I be wanting to talk about. And I just don't get around to it. But I keep it in the back of my mind or I make notes. So if it seems like I'm backtracking a little bit, I apologize. But it's because I've been so behind. You feel me? Are you a ventriloquist because your mouth never moved? I guess I'm a human ventriloquist dummy then. I guess so. So anyways, first things first. Now, a couple weeks back, when I did the last time I did an Instagram live, as a matter of fact, I gave a shout out to my man Gio Malik, right? And we was talking about my mom and getting my mom to come on his channel and interview with him and his wife, Kat. Well, here's the thing about that. I don't forget shit. So even though I ain't been around, that don't mean I forgot or I ain't been working on it. So I'm here to say right now that, you know, Gio, if you ever see this or if you watching, I have tried. I've tried and tried to get my mama to come out and do an interview with you. The problem is, for whatever reason, my mama is just, I can't get my mom to do anything like that when it comes to doing this type of stuff. Like it was a struggle getting her to do Love After Lockup. As a matter of fact, she had to be compensated because she wasn't going to do it without that. So not only did she get paid from them, I had to pay her too, all right? You know what I'm saying? And I just come to this conclusion that when it comes to me, certain things that I need or certain things that I feel like would be beneficial to help me out, a lot of times I'm just on my own with a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, let me pull this up because I'm gonna tell you exactly what my mom said, okay? Yeah, I got it right here on my iPad. So basically, when I asked to do it, my mama kind of procrastinated a little bit. And usually, I can tell when my mom wants to do something when she don't want to. So when I asked about it, she's, let me think about it. When she say, let me think about it, that means we ain't gonna never talk about it again. So I just pressed. I was like, I'm at the point now where if you're not gonna do something, just don't pull my leg. Just just say no. You know what I mean? And so I was like, it's cool, Mom. You don't want to do it, it's cool. It's upsetting a little bit because I feel like, personally, I'm always pulling myself out of my comfort zone, doing things I'm not all that comfortable doing, allowing things to be put into my name, tearing up my credit, that I don't really want to do, but I do it. I don't know. But what she said was, son, social media is not my thing. That's your thing. And I absolutely hate interviews of any kind, even job interviews. I don't like people picking my brain and asking me questions. I understand that. So my reply was, it's just a phone interview. Like, see, here's the thing. My mom don't like the camera. She just don't like the camera. So I was trying to explain to her that, listen, it's not, you don't have to be on camera. He's not going to press you. I trust him. I wouldn't have you interviewing with nobody I don't trust. So he's not going to press you. He's not going to ask you nothing you don't want to talk about. You don't have to be on camera. It's like being on the phone. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it's just a phone interview talking about me and how you felt about the show, how you feel about Nicole, Lindsay, all that type of stuff. He's not going to pick your brain. Everybody already thinks that you're embarrassed by me as it is now, and I can never get you to come out and say anything or at least do one interview. But it's okay, Mom, I'm not going to press you. Just don't worry about it. And she said, I'm not embarrassed by you. I'm hurt because of everything that you went through at the hands of the cruel people who occupy this world and from that show, and everything you lost along the way. Is heartbreaking to watch you go through this. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama got a lot of disdain for a lot of those folks and a lot of that stuff that took place on that show, all right? But my thing is, me and my mom have a pretty good relationship, but at the same time, my mom has this longing to be loved. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, on the surface, it seems like we all have a great relationship, but my mom's relationship with all of us, all of her kids, my mom has 4 kids, there's 4 of us. I'm her oldest. It's a little bit rocky. Like, we ain't as close as she would like for us to be, right? And so we all grown and got our own lives, and she has this longing she just want somebody to care about her and what she got going on. And I guess she kind of feel forgotten sometimes, and I understand that. And I'm always trying to tell her, Mom, do you not realize how much love you got out here? Like, do you not realize how big of a fan base that you have? If you would just come out and say something, say something, show yourself. These people love you out here. Like, you're not going to get what I get. You feel me? But that's not the kind of love she wants. She wants it from us. Like, my mom got this thing where she wants us to be the Huxtables, and it just ain't going to never happen. And I keep trying to tell her that, and the more you try to force stuff, the worse it gets. But I don't know. I try, man. I really, really try. So, Gio, if you ever watching this, there's only so much I could do, all right? Your mother was a gem on the show. So now this is the part where I'm going to stop and start to read some of these comments, because I can go in a deep dive of, about the family and the ins and outs. Truth be told, my whole family can be a reality show on its own. You feel me? Like, there's 4 of us. I'm the oldest. My mom got 2 other girls and another boy. You seen my little brother on the show. Ain't none of us really close. And, hey, man, there's certain people that I learned that I got to be stern with sometimes. And when it comes to my mom, we love each other, but sometimes I got to be stern with her with certain things. And that's another reason why she doesn't really want to do an interview, is because my mom is not internet savvy. She's not really good with internet. Sometimes I be like, Mom, you are stuck in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're not old. You know, you're not old. You're in your 50s. It's people that's older than you that know how to use the internet. I keep trying to tell her the internet is going to be it's the way of life right now, and eventually everything is going to be digital. You can't always do things old school. And I get irritated a lot because it's certain things that you try to teach that you get tired of being repetitive. Like, for instance, a couple of days ago, I went over there and had to teach my mom how to set up, online banking for her bank. But the thing with that is, helping my mom means you're going to do it for her. And I went with that this time. I said, no, you're going to do it this time. And I'm going to show you how to do it. And I had to walk my mom through it and show her how to do it because, and sometimes you got to be stern like that. She's one of those people I got to be stern with. My sister Brittany is another one. Nicole is another one. Like, there's just certain people that, you got to put that foot down. But I tried. So now this is the part where I'm finna read some comments. All right, and answer some of y'all questions if you ask me some. Your mom was so much fun. Y'all get where I'm coming from though. I know for a long time a lot of y'all have wanted to hear from my mom and wanted to hear what she has to say about all this. She just don't want to do it. That's usually how it goes with older parents. I can see that. Where is Nicole? She's with her family right now. John said, is it true that, what you say, John? Is it true that John was the coolest person on the show? Is that true, John? Why are you pushing her to do an interview? It's not necessarily that I was pushing her. It's just that, man, it ain't a day that goes by that I don't think about my mom and what she got going on and how she kind of sits over there by herself sometimes, wanting somebody to care about her. And she thinks that none of us love her. And we do. We just got our own lives. And so I was wanting her to do the interview because she's never done one, ever, like ever. And everybody wants to hear her side of things. And I trust Gio. I trust according to Amber too, but I really trust Gio. So, I just felt like that would be a good opportunity for my mom to see how much love she got. But she don't care for all that. She didn't even want to do the show. It's just that they wanted her so damn bad that they ended up having to pay her, and so did I. Now, as we getting on to other things, talking about my mama, certain people, when they say certain things, it resonate with me, even though it seems like it don't, right? What I'm getting at it is, you see I'm doing this like fundraiser thing on my live for like mental health awareness. Here in a few weeks, I'll be going to Iowa with my man John and a couple other cast members to do a meet and greet, right, for like a mental health awareness event. And it's kind of good that I'm doing that in a kind of way. It kind of like goes hand in hand with what I've been doing as far as taking these little breaks, these little hiatuses off of social media, because it's good for your mental. It's been real good for my mental health to stay away for a while. So with that being said, and the reason why I'm saying this is because there's certain people that can get to me, and that when they say certain things, it resonate with me, right? So talking about Gio again, like I said a few weeks ago, I did a live and he did a recap on it, and then I came and responded to it or whatever. Then I put some in my story a few weeks later, kind of talking about the negative backlash that you get, something along that lines. And he said something that got to me. He was like, yeah, man, but I mean, DAONTE, man, you know, sometimes you gotta, some of the stuff you say, man, sometimes you just gotta watch what he posts, man, or whatever. And I kind of took that and I was like, damn, maybe he right, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, but somebody else that I'm close to that I won't identify, but that mean a lot to me. I just put it this way. And I had a phone conversation with them not too long ago, and their demeanor was so different. Like, they were just basically talking about their disappointment in me, but the way it was coming across, it was like they were laughing, like they wasn't upset. It was like, basically, I don't expect nothing from you. I mean, come on, man. You got to want better for yourself. You don't even want better for yourself. I want more better for you than you want for yourself. But, hey, that's you. You got it. And it's just the way it came across. It was like, damn, like, yeah. And it make you, you know what I'm saying, make you sit there, make you sit down and think about shit, man. And you know what you do? You lose yourself a lot of times. That's why mental health is important. And that's why I'm glad I'm going to this thing. Because, look, man, I know I'm a polarizing motherfucker. I'm a sensitive fuck by admission. I'm going to be the first to let you know I'm a sensitive motherfucker. As soon as I see some shit I don't like about me, I can't help it. I get triggered. You can't help it. Going through all this shit makes you like that, right? But I do understand that sometimes I lash out at the wrong people. Like, sometimes I lash out at people that's just trying to help. Even though, because they come across the wrong way. Because I know it be people showing me tough love. People want to see you do better and care about you. And I'm so used to being attacked that anytime I see something slightly negative, even though I know it's meant to help me, I can't help it, man. I fucking... It just, you get triggered. Like, you just get triggered. So lately I've been trying to, like, take a break because, you know, these people love you. Some of them do. Some of them just nasty just to fucking be nasty. But some of them just really care. You can't always lash out at everybody because they don't agree with your decision making. Because sometimes they are telling you right, but you got to be the one. Like, I'm that person that got to be hit in the head over and over and over and over and over again before I finally get it. That's just me. I can't help that. But now, let me pause for a minute and answer some questions. Because I see people saying, you ain't answering no questions. Somebody said you in defense. You mean, yeah, you just are automatically in this defense mode with everything. Like, even if people don't mean no harm, you might automatically be in defense mode. You know what I mean? So, Jeff Andy, you saying answer the question. What's the questions? Let me look for the questions. When and where is the Iowa thing? So, you should hit up John for that. But it's October 28th in Iowa City. Is Heather invited? No, John didn't invite Heather. He didn't invite Heather. Dylan was invited, but he got uninvited because he got a lot of stuff going on. So let me look at this question. I do have one question. Oh, it's gone now. Oh. Do I think... Okay, Tara.Skeleton9 said, do I think she don't want to do it because of the possibility of negative backlash. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. But I keep telling my mom, you're not going to get what I get. You know, people love you. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't going to get nothing but love. You might have a troll or two, but for the most part, ain't nobody going to attack you. And if they do, they ignorant as fuck, like. But anyways, on to brighter things, okay? I got like a few more things to talk about. Then I got something to ask y'all at the end if you stick around. For those of y'all that don't know, I've made it very clear that I DoorDash now sometimes. I look, yeah, I DoorDash, and I ain't gonna lie, I like that shit. Like, for whatever reason, that shit is addicting. That shit is like gambling to me, and I'm a gambler. Like, the casino is almost like my second home. So the fact that now I done found something that I can make money all the time, and you ain't losing nothing, yeah, man. And I ain't gonna lie, credit where it's due. Nicole taught me how to DoorDash. I give credit where it's due to whoever does stuff for me. Lindsay taught me how to roll. Nicole taught me how to DoorDash. And I ain't gonna lie, in the beginning, I was bougie towards that. Like, I first, when she first said, you want to try to DoorDash? I was like, man, I ain't about to do that shit. The fuck I look like DoorDashing. Right? However, man, I tried it one day, and I have perfected that shit to the point where I can go out here right now and make $500 just like that. It's addicting, and then it's competitive at the same time. And I'm competitive. So it's like a race. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, I hate when I go in a restaurant and I see other dashers in there waiting, or I see some dashers come in there and get their dash before me, and I done been sitting in there waiting. I be like, man, come on now. No, because I'm missing out on the money. Like that. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, come on now. Or what else I can't stand when I'm dashing? Like, that's just competitive to me. Or, okay, so I got this thing where I call a start point. There's a certain place that I go to, like here in Newport News, where I know where everything is, and I know I'm gonna make a lot of money. So I started this one point. I go there, get my little self together, get my little smoke going on, get myself right, get myself in the mood right, and then I just hit dash to whatever time I want, because I'm so good at it now. My rating is at 100%, and I've unlocked dash anytime, so I can dash whenever the fuck I want now. So I go out there, hit dash now, and I just wait. And usually I get an order right, and wherever I'm going at throughout the night, if I go somewhere where it takes me out of my zone, I usually try to get back to my start point, and it's like a game, because every time I try to get back there, I end up getting another order, and I'm like, damn. But then I'm happy at the same time because it's money. You feel me? So what's up, Tamer? So it's like, yeah, I like it. And then I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I used to try to DoorDash with Nicole, but I had to tell her, yeah, honestly, it's better that it's separate, because sometimes people just got two different ways of doing things and work differently. And I move. I got a strong work ethic. So when I'm moving, I'm moving. I don't like to be slowed down. I don't like to stop. When I'm out there, and I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because every time I DoorDash, I swear to God, I get recognized all the time. And I love it. Like, like these people in the community here love me, and it's crazy because I thought that I was going to be embarrassed, but I'm not. I don't even care. Like, it's cool. Matter of fact, I got a few stories. I wrote some of these stories down. That's how good they was, right? So, man, check this out. I went to a Red Robin one time, right? I'm at a Red Robin one time. I got a dash going, so I'm like, yeah, I'm here to pick up for so-and-so. I go up to the girl that said the little thing. I'm like, I'm here to pick up for so-and-so. And then behind me comes his family. It's this white girl, blonde-haired white girl, another white girl, and older folks, okay? So anyways, I'm waiting on my order, and I'm looking down, because I'm impatient as fuck. So I hate when somebody taking too long. So I'm looking down at my phone, and I'm looking up, and I can see this girl back there. You know what I'm saying? I can see him talking, but I ain't really paying him no mind. Then she come up and she's like, excuse me, are you on I said, yeah, love after lockup. Then the old lady behind me is like, I told you. I was talking to the older guy. She's like, I told you, I fucking know it. She said, we just watched you last night. I said, oh my God, that's embarrassing. I said, don't believe all that or whatever. They're like, no, you're good. You know, then I was at a McDonald's that same night. I pulled up to the window. I had done been to that McDonald's one time already. And the person that gave me the dash gave it to me and I went on about my business. So I had another one there. So I went back there. The girl, she bring me my food. And she's like, you know why I'm smiling at you, don't you? I said, yeah, because I'm DAONTE from Love After Lockup. She said, you sure is. I said, I sure am. She said, what you doing out here? I said, I'm working, baby. And, you know, like, it's just a good time. Like, then the next morning I went in the IHOP, right? And the lady came from behind the damn cook thing. And she was like, y'all don't know who that is. That's DAONTE from Love After Lockup. I said, oh, then the man came back. He was like, man, I got to shake your hand or whatever. And then the people that I took the IHOP to, I actually took a picture with and posted that. Or the woman posted and then I posted the guy. Because I pulled up to him. The guy was standing outside the door. And he was looking at me. And so I was looking at him. And I got out the car and got his bag. I said, what's up, bro? And he was like, what's up? And I was like, you know who I am, don't you? He was like, yeah, can you hold on a second? I was like, all right. And he knocked on he was like, hey, come outside. And then the girl came out and we shot the shit. And, you know, I took pictures with him and it was what it was. Then I went to the mall. I got an order at the food court in the mall, right? So this family walked past me and the dude turned around and looked and me and him made eye contact, but he kept on going. So then I seen the woman turn around and they kept going. So whatever. Then I went and got my dash. As I'm leaving the mall, they round the corner. As I'm leaving the mall, the girl was like, there you go right there. There you go again right there. I turned around and said, yep, you got me. It's always fun, sometimes I don't feel like being spotted because that particular day at the mall, I didn't want to be bothered with because I was in a hurry. Like when I'm in a hurry, I'm in a hurry. Like right before they see me, it was an older man that seen me. And I kept walking, and I heard him say, sir, sir. And I was looking down, and I was like, should I turn around? Or, for a minute, I was finna be a dick and keep on walking because I ain't had time. But then I was like, man, I can't do that. So I turned around, I was like, hey, what's up, man? He was like, man, I knew it was you. He said, can I please take a picture with you? I said, yeah, man, yeah. I said, it's all good. It took a picture with it. I felt good. Like, it felt good to make somebody's day. Even though I wasn't in the mood, it just, you know. Then one time I was at a 7-Eleven getting the dash, or I was somewhere. And this brother was smooth how he did it. I was waiting in line, and he was right next to me. And we were just waiting. And then he smoothly walked up to me and was like, stay your crazy ass off reality TV, bro. I turned around. I said, man, you know what? You're like, hey, man. I was like, hey, what's up, dog? You know. Even today, I DoorDashed a little bit earlier this morning, right? Or earlier this afternoon. I went up to a Sonic at the drive-thru. And she didn't say nothing. The lady didn't say nothing at all. But when she gave me my food, she said, you have a nice day. I said, you have a nice day, too. And when she closed the window as I was driving off, she said, girl, he was on Love After Lockup. I said, Lord have mercy. And then I was at the traffic light going to a Dairy Queen early today because I had a dash out there. And as I looked over, 2 lanes over from me, I saw some woman. And then I looked back over, and she was looking, so I did just like this. Yep. And then I rolled the window down, and she said, I was trying to take a picture of you on the low. So I was like, you better go ahead and get it. And then she was like, where you finna go at? I was like, right there. I pointed at Dairy Queen. So she was like, can I come take a picture with you? I said, yeah, come on. So, you know, I went into the Dairy Queen and got the dash, and she came in, and she was a nice lady. And she was like, You know, my mom sees your mom all the time. Because my mama gets recognized a lot too. And she take pictures with people too. So shit like that is fun. Like, it's just a fun experience doing that. But I ain't gonna lie, I get irritated as fuck sometimes when I'm dashing. I'm gonna tell you like this. I never thought that I would turn into a Karen, but sometimes I feel like I'm a damn Karen going in these restaurants. Look, man, there's 3 restaurants in particular that I cannot stand going to when I'm door dashing. McDonald's, Popeyes, and Chipotle. Alright? Chipotle is alright sometimes, depending on which one it is. This one up here by this college that I can't stand going in because they take forever in the day and they look at you like you crazy, like you ain't standing there waiting on something. But McDonald's and Popeye, every time I see that pop up, I'm like, come on, man. Especially Popeyes, you are guaranteed to go in there if you get in the DoorDash. You guaranteed to go in there and wait for about 25 minutes before you get your order. And them people look at you like you crazy, like you getting on their damn nerves. Wipe the corner of my mouth. Appreciate you. That's that cotton mouth. Not right now, Brittany. I see you. I see my sister right there. Man, let me tell you something. I walk into these places now. Everything is digital. I get that. So you go to like McDonald's now, and I ain't gonna lie, I hate to say it, but when you go into these restaurants that's predominantly ran by people of the culture, you ain't gonna get that great, that good customer service. I'm sorry. I be seeing these young kids in there just laughing and giggling like you ain't standing right there. I swear, I was in Red Lobster this morning waiting forever. I was at the bar just waiting. Ain't nobody say nothing to me. I'm just like, is somebody going to come out and take my order? It was a white dude right there. It looked like he was a corporate guy talking about it. He was like, yeah, you know, because so does the store just get to pick and choose what kind of product they want? Because I'm not liking that. And so I'm like, I know he see me sitting here. He ain't going to. I'm looking at the workers in the back. It's some stud and her girlfriend just back there just a boo loving. Just she turned around and looked at me. I'm like, all right, I'm finna unassign from this bullshit here. Finally, the girl came out and said, have you been helped yet? I said, no. And so finally she went back there and some girl came out and gave me my dash. And I was like, damn, it took all that. And then what made it worse is when I got there, the bag was so flimsy. As soon as I lifted the bag up out the car to take it to the place, it bust through the bottom of the bag. So now I got lobster bisque all in the seat of my car. I'm like, all right. And then it was one of them dashes where you had to leave it at the door. So then I was sitting there debating on whether I should leave this at the door like this and go about my business or do the right thing and call this lady and tell her what happened. But I did the right thing, called the lady, and it was cool. But you know what I can't stand also is when you get these cheap-ass damn orders. Because I done got spoiled. Because I'm so good now that I be getting them $15, $16, $17, tips. All right? So anything below $8 for me is lowballing me at this point. I take it, but when I get these cheap-ass $3, $2 orders, and then I got to drive 20 minutes out the way, I be mad as hell. Shoot. Especially the other night, I had this girl straight get an attitude. First of all, it was a $3 tip. Then I got to drive 20 minutes out the way. Then I get to this address. It was 2002 something B. It said B right there on the thing. I know how to read. So I took the thing up there, I dropped it off, took the picture, went on about my business. Here she go calling me. You dropped this off at the wrong address. That's not my house, my address. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, 2002B, right? Said, no, C. And I was like, oh, well, you put B on the thing. Like, I was just trying to say, oh, I'm sorry, you might have made a mistake and put B. You know, I could go back and get it. Because I wasn't that far off. This girl said, no, I did not. I use this app all the time. I know what I put this out. I was like, okay, well, it's okay. It's cool. It's all right. I'll go back and get it. So I went back on the porch, got it. I said, there, it's at your door now. And then I hung up the phone. It's so hard to have a filter sometimes with these folks. Because if I really said what I wanted to say, I would have said, first of all, I don't give a damn about that with your little $3 ass soda. How about you go out there at your neighbor house and get it your damn self? Ooh, you be having to control your temper, man. But it's fun, though. It's really fun. Now let me stop for a minute and look at some more comments and questions. I'm glad some of y'all still here. I see some people on the left. My sister on here. Do they give you health insurance for the show? Hell no. Hell no. You on your own on that show. Them people don't give a damn about you like that. So, I see a lot of y'all asking me about Nicole, right? Let me just address it. For those of y'all asking about that or wondering about that, basically what it boils down to is neither one of us have ever really said anything, had no strings attached, or made nothing official, all right? We are on good terms. We've been on good terms for a while now. I'm also on good terms with Cece, and it just is what it is. Getting back on that subject a little bit of just when I said I'm on my own and, you know, when it comes time for people doing stuff for me. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me a minute. Anyhow, as I was saying, are you coming back to the show? I don't think you understand the dynamics of that. Those folks cannot stand me. Okay, do you? I don't think you understand. They don't mention me. I don't get no kind of. I did a lot, all right. But it's two people in my mind that I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, will go out their way to do anything for me, regardless of what it is. That'll be my best friend, Derek. I might he'll cuss me the fuck out, but at the end of the day, if it's anything, if it's out of his comfort zone, it don't matter what it is. I might hear a lot of shit about it, but if he can, he'll do it. The other person, I would say, at least when we were dating anyways, is Cece. Like, I'll be honest with you, Cece probably would have moved mountains for me. For real, for real. Cece probably would have took a bullet for me or charge for me, whatever. You know, I just fucked that up. Plain and simple. Now, about Nicole, we are on good terms, and you know what I'm saying? No, y'all don't see me on pictures with her, whatever. But I'm going to tell you what. There's some things that done went down between me and Nicole since we done reconnected that I ain't even going to tell you no lie. We laugh at it now, but we be like, man, sometimes we be like, imagine if this was on camera. Like, it's like reality television worthy. Like, man, let me tell you some stories. Story time with D real quick, all right? Let me tell you the stories about this, because we laugh about it now. But, man, at the time, listen, all right? So, Oh man. So Nicole got this thing where Nicole likes to hang out a lot. Me not so much. I'd rather chill sometimes, especially with stuff I got going on financially, my vehicle and everything. It's not always the best thing for me. However, she liked to hang out, you know what I'm saying? And it got to a point like way back in the summertime where every time I'm getting off work, I'm rushing myself, to go pick her up, to go hang out. It was consuming up a lot of my time and just was weighing in a lot on me, right? So this particular weekend, I really wasn't doing nothing. So she like, let's hang out or whatever. So I'm like, where are you trying to hang out at? You want to go to the beach? Because she likes to go to the damn beach. All right. Now, it's two people. No, it's two people. Excuse me. Now, there's two beaches here that people frequent. We frequent the most. There's the big beach, Virginia Beach. That's 45 minutes away from here. And then there's Buckrow Beach, which is in Hampton, which is the smaller beach, which is the one I was always at, sitting up on the rocks and stuff like that. So anyways, I didn't feel like going to the beach that particular weekend, but I knew she wanted to. So when she said, can we go to the beach? I'm like, let me guess, Virginia Beach, right? I was hoping she was going to say Buckrow, but no, Virginia Beach. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Now, I go there to see, this is another thing that used to irritate me. And it's like, I'm trying to teach myself patience with a lot of things, because that's another reason why I lash out at people, is because my patience has done run low. So I become irritated with a lot of things really quickly, and I try not to come across that way. So I be trying to have patience with, Nicole whenever I do see her. But the thing about it is, she can wear your patience thin sometimes. So whenever you go to pick her up, it's programmed in me. Like, I'm already guaranteed that I know I'm going to be waiting at least 30 to 45 minutes before she comes out. So that particular day, I already knew it was going to be a wait. So I got out there and I'm waiting. She don't come out right away. Then she does come out. Then we drive into Virginia Beach. And of course, I get stuck in that traffic because it's 4 or 5 o'clock, almost going on 6. So there's traffic going out there. So I'm irritated by that. But I'm trying to keep my cool, right? And Nicole likes to talk. So sometimes she would be in my ear talking, and sometimes I would be listening, and sometimes I'm just driving. You know what I mean? Then we get out there. You got to find somewhere to park out there. There was nowhere to park at that particular time. So I was irritated by that. I was also irritated by the fact that, she was supposed to have been directing me at that time. But sometimes she would be glued in her phone on Temu. And I'm already not that great of a driver. I ain't going to tell you no lie. I get distracted real quick and miss turns and all that. So if you're supposed to be telling me where to go, pay attention, damn it. And so I miss the turns or whatever, and I'm getting irritated. And then, we can't find nowhere to park. So then we parking in this garage that costs $15. All right? So here's where it got even worse, and the camera should have been there for this. We are in this parking garage. I'm already not really wanting to be at the beach. We got all this beach stuff in the car, like we getting ready to get in the water. After I done already said I'm not finna get wet, because I'm not trying to be cold at the end of the night. You feel me? So I'm just going there to go. I'll get my feet wet at least. I want some sunlight, but we need to move because we losing sunlight. You feel me? We are sitting in this parking garage. And she has this thing where she got to put her face on. So we sitting there, and she's in my mirror putting on her face. Now, this is around the time where I'm really adamant about my gas, because, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't balling like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very adamant about my gas, and, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't trying to run out my gas, basically, because at the end of the day, I'm the only one responsible for that. So I wasn't about to sit there and just have my car running while you putting on your makeup. So it's hot, but I cut the car off, right? And I'm just sitting there. And she got this thing where I'm just like, come on now. Like, in my mind, I'm like, come on now. She got this thing where she'll look in the mirror and be like, I'm waiting on you. I don't know why you're just sitting there. And if you would have seen my face, I was about to say, are you serious right now? So I finally I got out the car, you know what I'm saying? I'm outside the car. I'm getting all the stuff out the car because I'm not leaving my car running and I ain't sitting in the car because it's hot. So I'm outside the car, taking everything out, close the door. She's sitting there with the door open, still putting on her makeup. All the while, my dome light is on and the mirror light is on. Now, around this time, I didn't understand. I didn't know that I had a bad battery in my car. All right? So she says she's waiting on me, right? So I'm sitting out here waiting. Now, I'm outside the car. Everything's out the car. But she's still sitting there putting on this makeup. To the point where I'm like this. You know, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, because I'm trying not to lose my cool, but I'm like, if you don't bring your ass on, right? So, because then if I act like that, it's going to be like, okay, you don't have to fucking rush me. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, cool. So, all right, bet. So, finally, we losing sunlight, right? When she's finally ready to go, okay, now we got to walk down here to the strip. Now we both got to pee. Ain't none of these places got a public bathroom, so we had to walk like 15 more minutes to find a public bathroom. Me, when I go to pee, I'm in and out. She's a female, and she's Nicole, so it's going to take her a minute. I knew that. All the while, we losing sunlight. We finally go to the ocean front, and we sitting there on these lawn chairs or whatever, and the sun is going down, so I know it's getting ready to get cold, and I ain't trying to be there. And I'm already irritated because, you know, she took a while. What's up, Sparkles Reality? So I'm just like, how long is we going to be sitting out here? All right. And then she kept emphasizing, let's get closer to the water. After I kept saying, I'm not getting ready to get wet. But I finally caved and got closer to the water to where the water is hitting our feet. But I ain't trying to get wet. You understand? So there's a bar out there called Sky Bar that she wanted to go to. This is like way back early in the summer now. So it's around 7 p.m.-ish, all right? The sun is damn near down almost. So I'm like, man, what time this mess open? What time do it open? She was like, 10 o'clock. I was like, man, I'm not finna wait no 3 hours out here. Oh, hell no. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had a whole attitude, and I guess I made her feel bad a little bit, but I was like, man, ain't nobody trying to wait no 3 hours to do all that or whatever. I already didn't want to be there. But then I was like, all right, fine, we can do it, whatever. We'll just walk the strip for a little bit or whatever. So we sitting out here on the ocean front, and all the while she's like, don't you want to just go to the Sky Bar and get in the hot tub for just a little bit? You know, we can just get in the hot tub for a minute and this and this. To the point where I was like, look, I'm not getting wet. How many times I got to tell you that? Like, I don't want to get wet. Like, I guess I raised my voice a little bit. To the point where she got mad and got the lawn stuff and started to get up. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I said I wasn't getting wet. How many times I got to say it? You know? To the point where I felt bad. I always end up feeling bad when I snap. So I was just like, all right, you know what, fine. Let's just take all this stuff up to the car. We'll walk the strip or whatever for a few hours, and we'll go to the Sky Bar. And if I feel like getting in the hot tub, I'll do that. I ain't need it, you know, whatever. So we go and walk back up to the garage to put this stuff back into my car. Do you know when I walked up to my car to hit that button, that unlock button, ain't not now light come on. And I was like, oh, hell no. And I'm hitting this button. I'm like, my car is not unlocking. And she's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm hitting the button and it ain't unlocking. And she's like, you're not close enough. I was like, I know my car. So then I walk to the car and unlock it manually with the key. Put my key in the ignition. Ain't not one light come on and it wouldn't start. Do you know how pissed off I was? I said, you got to be fucking kidding me. I had to walk up. I was like, man. Because you got to understand something. We was in the parking garage. And the way that my car was parked, I didn't back in. So I was parked like next to a stanchion. So literally, it wasn't go like... What'd you say, Gabby? I ain't tell nobody you was going to that, Gabby. I told him you wasn't going. But anyways, the way my car was parked, the only way somebody was going to be able to jump me was going to have to be the person that was directly parked next to me or somebody beside me, which means I was going to have to sit there and wait. I had jumper cables, but I'm just like, come on, I can't believe this. And then I looked around in the car to try to figure out what it was that killed my battery. Do you not know I looked over at that passenger side and seen that mirror still down with that light? And I did like this. And my foot was shaking. I said, all right. So now I got to ask somebody to give me a jump, right? Luckily, one of the people that was parked near to me came over. I said, sir, can you help me with a jump? And he tried, but his car, my jumper cables wasn't long enough. And I was like, come on, man. So the whole solution to all that was, well, we can't do anything about it now. How about we just go back down there and have a drink and I'll get my boys. You know, she'll get her people eventually to come jump us at the end of the night. And I'm like, man, fuck all that. No, damn that. Hey, you go get a drink. You go get a drink. I'm staying with my car. Nobody want all that. I was like, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not going to have a good time. You think I'm a dick. I'm really going to be a dick. You're not going to enjoy me. Nah, bro. I'm staying with my car. But the thing was, nobody wanted to help. See, everybody act like everybody you go ask, yeah, man, you know, I can't even do it, man. I got to go on. I have to reach all on in my car. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, man, my battery way back here in the back. It's like, all right, bro, it's cool. Don't even worry about it. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's cool. So then I got to a point where I just gave up hope and finally just listened to Nicole. I said, you know what, fine. We'll do it your way. Let's just go to the bar and wait on your people. What else can we do, right? So we walking down this strip, and that bar was 20 minutes from that parking garage. So I was like, you really trying to walk, boy? So we walked 20 minutes. And I was mean to her. Like, I felt bad because she was trying to, like, lighten the mood and talk, and I just won't try to hear it. I was listening, but I wasn't. All that was on my mind was my car. You know what I'm saying? So we went to this Sky Bar. Tried to enjoy the night. You know what I'm saying? But Nicole liked to get drinks and stuff. And see, the thing is, you know, I'm not going to lie. Like, since I had done reconnected with her, Nicole been looking out as financially, like, she been spending a whole lot of her money. I've been telling her, I used to always tell her not to. I would be like, stop spending all your money. Because you're going to spend it all. Like, I ain't asking for none of this stuff. Like, I appreciate you doing this stuff for me and looking out for me when we go out somewhere, putting gas in my car and all this type of stuff. But you need to chill. Like, stop spending all your money. But she insists, I just want to do what makes me happy. That's right, Sam Ozuskis. So I was just like, okay. So, but the thing is, she forgot her debit card that day. She didn't even forget it. We was right at a 7-Eleven down the street from my house. I told her we could go back and get it real quick. But she had this thing of, I can't just cash app you real quick. You know, and you can just do it for me. You know, so whatever. I shouldn't have did that because, see, here's the thing with me and Cash App. Ever since I was dating my ex before Nicole, Chelsea, the one that passed away, Cash App has been fucked up for me. Because whatever happened with Chelsea when she would have me Cash Apping all these random people, for whatever reason, Cash App shut me down. All right. So I had to create a whole nother one. And by the time I started dating Nicole when she was in prison, Nicole was having a bunch of different people send money to my Cash App. And for whatever reason, that messed up Cash App with me for a long time. Eventually, I finally got another one, and I was doing good with it. But that night, I hung out with her because the way she does things is, instead of her just sending, like I would always say, why don't you just send one lump sum of money that you know you're going to spend for the night, instead of just sending increments? It just make more sense. But she used to like to do it how she did it. And so she wanted to buy a drink and Cash App me some of her money to get her a drink. And then what happened was it messed my Cash App up again. So imagine me, I'm already irritated about my car battery and all that. Now my Cash App, I just like boiling on the inside. Like, man, look, I do not want to be here right now. You know what I'm saying? So finally her boy got there with his vehicle. And he's a cool dude. We get up to the parking garage. He can't get the hood of his truck open. So he couldn't even help. So now we just sitting there ass out again. And I'm mad as hell. Like, I'm mad as hell, like we should have never came out here in the first place. So then what ended up happening was Nicole finally just waved somebody down, some random ass dude down. And he was nice enough, you know, to come give me a jump. And when we put them jumper cables on my car, when I tell you it took a minute for that battery to charge up, that's how dead it was. He had to keep revving his car up. And we finally got it going. And I was like, hey, well, thanks, bro. I appreciate you, dog. He was like, no problem, man. No problem, whatever. So now that I got the car started, I'm thinking, good. All right, let's get the hell up out of here. It's been a long night. No, here she go. Well, now we got the car started. We still got enough time to go to a bar and get a drink. I'm like, man, no, we don't. It was like 1:45 a.m. Everything around here closes at 2. By the time we got down there to that strip, and the bars is closing. They not finna serve you nothing. And I was like, man, no, bro, ain't nobody got time for that, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. You're not gonna get no drink. Just give it up. Because I said that, she just had to prove me wrong. Like, because she's like, oh, now I know I gotta get one now. And so she go to walk out to the bar with homeboy. And I'm like, you really just gonna put, boy, I'm like, I just got the car started. You really just go, oh, come on, man. Now, in that moment, I should have just let her go. Took my ass home, right? But I got this thing where I'm like, man, I'm the last person that been seen with her. I came here with her. I can't leave without her. So I'm like, is you serious, man? So, what up, Kev? So, man, she gonna walk off like, is you serious? She's like, you got your car started? And so I cut the car off and started it back, and luckily it started back. She was like, oh, wow, you got it started, like real sarcastically. I'm like, oh, man, all right. So I cut the car off, and I go walk with them, knowing we ain't going to get nothing to drink. All right. Sure enough, every bar we go to, she couldn't get nothing there to drink. What it do, Kev? What it do, big bro? And I'm like, see, there you go. Told you. Now, at this point, her homeboy, he don't walk way ahead of us. Because he trying to get home to his girl. Because he on the phone with his girl. So he trying to make it home. So we get back to this parking garage. I'm thinking we finally getting ready to go. Do you not know, I went back to my car, and that motherfucker would not start again. The power was off, and that, boy, I slammed that door. I said, please walk away from me right now. I had to, man, listen, I got behind behind my car and sat like this. Because I was so mad. I was so mad. And by this time now, it's late. Everybody's damn near gone. You understand? Like, I'm like, every time, boy, I was so hot. Like, Because at the end of the day, I'm looking at that like, okay, at the end of the day, she going to get her ass home. She'll find a way to get home. My ass is going to be stuck here with my car because I ain't leaving without my car. You know. Luckily, she went and waved some other guy down. He came and jumped me. And he was like, don't cut your car. Even when you get home, don't cut your car. It's probably not even going to start in the morning. And I was like, well, thank you for that, brother. All right. But, you know, eventually I got her home. I went home. My car started all right the next morning. But that was just a funny moment that we laugh about, you know, these days. But that was a funny moment that probably should have been on camera because that would have been entertaining as fuck. All right. And there's been a couple other ones too. Like, she thinks that I'm a real dick sometimes, and I try not to be like that. But, hey, like, I'll give you one more. Give you one more. There was once upon a time where we stayed at a resort together, right? And we had a good time or whatever. And see, here's the thing with me. I'm very timely. I'm very military-minded. I'm very timely. I like to be on time. So you had to be checked out that bitch by 11. So if I got to be checked out of there by 11, that means I'm trying to be out that motherfucker by 10:45. That's how I look at it. She knows how I am, so I asked her, please don't give me a hard time in the morning. Because, matter of fact, that was like around the time of my mom's birthday. And so I believe I was supposed to take my mom out to lunch or something that day. So I really had planned to see my mom at 11:30, and she knew that. But again, I try to be patient and have patience. So I got up that next morning when it's time to check out around 9 o'clock. Now I'm up, I'm getting dressed, I shower, I'm taking all my stuff down to the car, you know. She's not necessarily sleeping. She's up. I see her up. She's looking on her phone. She see me moving back and forth. Now, I'm being patient because I'm not trying to be a dick. So I'm just being patient. All the while, though, in the back of my mind, I'm looking at that clock like, all right, is you going to get up or what? You feel me? But I ain't saying nothing. So when it get down to about 10:45, by this time, it's a movie on the TV. All my stuff is packed up. She's still laying there, and all her stuff is still out. So I'm getting increasingly irritated, but I'm trying to keep my cool. You feel me? So I was like, yeah, I kind of really was supposed to get to my mom at like 11:30. I said somewhere around that time. And she was like, can I get dressed? Or can I get dressed first? And I very sarcastically said, yeah, you could have been did that. And then I took a sip of my drink just like this and looked out the window. And when I did that, she got up. I knew she had an attitude. She got up, got in the bathroom, and put all the stuff up, and put her makeup on or whatever. I'm sitting there looking out the window like, yep. Mm-hmm. Then she get to the door. She got I looked like she got her backpack and all her stuff and just stood there by the door. And I guess that was my cue to come on. So I looked like, oh, it's past 11 o'clock by this time. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I get up and leave. Now I'm not realizing that she's carrying all her stuff because I'm mad. So I ain't even paying it no mind. Matter of fact, I'm walking way in front of her. She behind me carrying all her stuff. So I'm coming down in the lobby, and these people is looking at me like I'm crazy. I remember this white man was looking at me like I was crazy, and I was mean mugging him like, the fuck is you looking at, dog? And then I kept walking all the while. She behind me. And I went out this door, and she went out the opposite door. I don't know what she was doing, but I was like, man, I'm not even finna word like I'm finna. And then eventually she came behind me. Then there was like an elevator that took you to the second floor of the parking garage where I was at, but it wasn't working. I told her it don't work. You gotta take the steps. But she didn't want to believe me, so she kept hitting that button. So I said, okay, cool. I walked up the steps. All right, cool, go ahead. Sure enough, here she come behind me. Then when we get to the car, that's when I kind of realized she got all these bags. So I tried to grab them from her. Don't take them now. Make me walk all this time. And I'm like, all right. And then she get in the car and I'm driving and I look and I'm like, I know you ain't got no attitude right now. I know you don't, because you was dead ass wrong. And then we got to the point where she's screaming at me to the top. I heard you the first 30 times you said it. I'm like, if you heard me the first 30 times, why the you still laying there? Like, yeah. That stuff should have been on TV. I can just imagine the GoPros right there catching all that. I mean, you can laugh about that stuff now, but I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. I try to have patience. She's doing well. Like, everybody get her shit or whatever about her appearance or whatever. But I gotta, as irritated as I get, sometimes when I do see her at the same time, it's like, you gotta applaud people when they trying to do well. So I try to do that. I applaud, Lindsay for her sobriety and changing her life. We don't get along. I applaud Cece for, bouncing back the way she did. And I gotta applaud Nicole for, staying clean for the most part as far as I can see. Because that's hard for people to... It's hard to see people, talking about you like that all the time. Like, that shit bothers her. So, and I know all too well because motherfuckers talk about me all the time. So, now, we'll look at some more of these, and then I got something to ask all of y'all that are still here. And then I'm going to wrap this up with a bow. Somebody said 0 raise of $100. Well, I mean, it's just up there. It gave me the option to choose a fundraiser, so I chose that. You don't have to donate. It don't go to me. It's just, if I'm gonna come live and show myself, I might as well do it for a good cause, right? Married to a military dude, they do their best to move around the scenery. I know that's right. We miss you, D. I miss y'all, too. So now I got one more thing to ask y'all before I wrap this up with a bow to see if it's even worth my time, right? Now, normally, if you follow me long enough, you know there's a couple of people out there that don't particularly like me, especially in the YouTube world, right? So the last time I did the Instagram Live, I got real detailed about, basically why I'm not on the show no more, my demise of the show. And I, talked about a lot of different incidents that led on to that. So then my man Gio liked my live, and so he did a little recap on it, and he was kind of wanting me to specify certain things. So I had talked to him, and then he, did another little recap, and then I went up there on his channel with him. I was at work, so I couldn't actually come on camera, but, I was up there, you can hear me talking. And I got up there and specified exactly what it was that I was talking about. And usually y'all know me when I'm talking about certain things, I talk in code. I talk in secret. Try not to name drop people. Simply because... For one thing, I don't always be wanting no smoke, even though people think I love drama. I don't always be wanting to deal with it. And then number two, I know that I have a bigger following than a lot of those folks. So if I sit there and bring attention to something that my followers probably don't even know nothing about or don't care nothing about, it's going to entice them to want to go over there and look at whatever it is that I'm talking about. So that's why a lot of times I won't name drop those folks. But when I went on Gio's channel, I kind of did name drop some of them. I didn't want to. And if you actually go back and listen, you can hear me kind of saying I ain't really with it. But at the same time, Gio made me comfortable enough to go ahead and just, drop some of them names. So I did. And I knew that by me doing that eventually something was going to come of it. I had a feeling that, because it was only like 3 of them that I name dropped, I had a feeling that 2 of them probably weren't going to say a whole lot, but I knew that one of them was probably going to have a fucking meltdown and at some point and sometimes say something. So eventually I would get word that, I think a couple of them might have said something referencing me in their like community channels or whatever. I seen it and just didn't bother to say nothing because I didn't care all that much. And number 2, I just, like I said, life gets in the way, so you don't always have time, but I don't forget. And I left it be. All right. But then this particular one loves to get on that channel of hers and take little low-key digs at me, right? So my question to you all is, and it's low-key, it's like subtle, not even really worth me saying nothing, which is why I didn't bother, because it's been some weeks now. But I saw a little update they did, who's coming back and who's not, like his news that I'm not coming back to the show. I think it's a given at this point. I've been off that show how long? I done exposed the hell out that fucking show. Like, come on, man. But had to throw the little dig in there. That makes me very happy. So I'm like, okay, tread lightly, because you don't know what I know, what I see, what I got. But I wanted to ask you all, because what I normally do in those situations is I come right on out and say something and go nuclear and all that. I'm at a different headspace now, and I'm at a different point in my life. So I'm just like, is it worth it? Because at this point, I ain't got time for the subliminals no more. I ain't got time to be secretive. So if I get to addressing whatever this is, what it is, fuck being subliminal. I'm going to just, say what it is. And if that person, I'm pretty sure they'll be lingering somewhere and will pop up on here as soon as I drop their name. But I'm at the point now where y'all think I feed in the drama all the time. And I always say, don't worry about it. D, you always worried about this and this. It really probably ain't even really worth my time. So I'm asking y'all right now, should I even bother? Or just let it be? If you think I should bother and go on this whole spew about this person and why this person don't like me and all this type of jazz and where, drop a 1. Drop a number 1. If you feel like it's not worth your time, man, just let it be. Don't bother with it. Drop a number 2. Something. I see it. No, I see you, John, instigating. Talk about do it. Okay, don't do it, brother, man. I like that. Let it be, my boy. I like it. Roadrunner. Don't waste your time. Silence is golden. Tara Renee 87. I like it. All right. Let it be. I'm getting a lot of let it be, so that's good. I like the positivity. Some people want me to it. I will embarrass that motherfucker. I probably should let it be. Send a shout out to Brazil. What's up, Brazil? I'm getting a lot of let it be's in number 2, so I think that for my peace, for my mental, for everybody's peace, I'm going to let it be. It is what it is. So you can say whatever you want. Some people just don't like it when you tell your version of events. That's all. But I will say this. I will let it be, but I will say this, tread lightly. I will say that. Because if you keep poking at me, y'all already know me. This little phone right here packs a deadly punch. You have no idea what I got in this motherfucker. So, tread lightly. That's all I say. Now I'm done talking about everything I want to talk about. So, y'all got the floor. Because I got to go finish cooking, too. I'm making some steak and some yellow rice. All right. But my situation right now, if y'all want to know, is I'm just a free spirit I just do my thing. I have fun. There's no strings attached to nobody right now. I do my thing. I'm a man, so I still like to do my man shit. All right, and look, I'm a man, but at the end of the day, I need this, I guess, space, peace, whatever. I don't give a whole lot of people all of me no more. Uh, that is something I do want to apologize about. If I have DM'd, because I know I DM'd a lot of people, and sometimes I might converse with you for a little bit, and then I disappear for a long time. It's not purposely. It's just life gets in the way, man. And you do what you can, and if there's anybody that I might have let on or something, or what I'm saying, I apologize for not being as consistent as I probably should be. It's just it's hard to give somebody your all these days because it's hard to trust people. Like a lot of people kind of wonder why I allow myself to associate with Nicole again sometimes. But the thing about that is, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of people here in my circle no more. I'm very introverted. I keep my circle small. I got my friends at work. Well, that's about it. My friend Derek now lives in Florida with his wife and his kids. So it's just me here. So when it comes to that, it's like a familiarity type thing. It's like, at least I'm familiar with this. At least it's something I got a history with. It's the devil type deal. It's like at least I know what to expect with this one. I know what comes with it. I know what to expect, and I know how to handle it versus having to figure somebody else out all over again, trying to figure out somebody else's motives. So, I'm too old. Like you get too old to try to do that. So it's almost like a comfort type deal. You know what I mean? It's just now you know how to deal with it. You know how to handle it, and now you know how to control what you will and won't put up with, basically. That's all it is. All right, I got some people requesting to join me here. Let me go ahead and do this and see if I can get some people on here. It's been a while. So what have you been doing with your life? I've been working. I've been door dashing. I've been traveling. I've been doing me. Will you ever be back on the show? I never say never. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna go look for another inmate to date to be on the show. I'm good on that. Like, I never say never, but I'm always willing to do business. So if somebody was ever willing, I mean, I don't really trust them people on that show. I don't trust that show. What's up, Brittany? I don't know if that franchise. I don't know. Television is something that I do want to continue on doing, and I'm a that you in on a little something. I was contacted by another network to do another show. It just hasn't happened yet, basically. But yeah, I'm one of them people that just don't get comfortable. I'm not comfortable in the situation I'm in right now. I wasn't comfortable when I was on Love After Lockup, even when I was white hot and all over the place. I wasn't comfortable because I'm not like like The Rock. That's what I would consider to be comfortable. When I can make it to that level, that's what I strive for. You know what I'm saying? When I can be sitting like The Rock, or like Jay-Z, or like Dr. Dre, or Diddy, or Elon Musk, them motherfuckers like that. That's when I consider myself to be comfortable. Until then, I will never be comfortable. That little bit of money I was making on Love After Lockup, it was. I mean, I don't take it for granted because it was nice money. It was good to have. It was more than I was making, but It's pennies compared to what other people get. And I'm glad that Derek from Monique and Derek actually came out and exposed what they try to offer you for doing them little one-offs, some $200 and shit like that. Nah, I'm glad he came out. I'm glad somebody said it. So, well, in order to do that, you have to let inmates go, love. I know. Who else trying to join? See, I tried to bring somebody on here and it didn't work. That didn't work either. See? How you gonna request to join and then decline? All right. $200 for what? For like that, what, where are they now thing or something like that? Ain't nobody finna do all that. Come on, man. Let me tell you something. If those people can get away without paying you, they'll do that. Them side characters, like the moms and all that, a lot of the times they won't offer them nothing unless they ask for it. If they could have got my mom and Derek for free, that's what they would have done. It's just that my mama wasn't finna do that shit for free, and neither was Derek. So, and depending on how popular you are as a side character, will determine whether they pay you or not. My mama was so popular, and Derek was so popular, they didn't have no choice. You feel me? Hey, you get to be on the show, Special Forces. What does it say? World toughest test. It's the celebrities doing really hard physical tests. Court to see who can survive. I know you could survive. I ain't never heard of that. What's that? I would like to do something like that. My friend Jacqueline, she did 60 days in, and she did Naked and Afraid. I I feel like I could do one. I probably could do 60 days in. I wouldn't like doing that, but I probably could. I would like to do Naked and Afraid, but I can't survive. Especially if I'm somewhere cold. Hell no. But I gotta get out of here soon and start cooking, but or finish cooking actually. But I will say this, man. As problematic as I can be, as polarizing as I can be, as sensitive as a motherfucker as I am, I know there's a lot of people that love to love me and love to hate my ass. But my intent is always well. My heart is always in the right place for the most part. And I just always be trying to make everybody happy, you know what I'm saying? Like try to stay on good terms with everybody if I can, if it's plausible, which is why I know it's unpopular to a lot of people, but I'm glad that I'm on good terms with Nicole right now. I'm glad that I'm on good terms with Cece right now. You feel me? If I could be on good terms with Lindsay right now, I would be. You know what I'm saying? Again, with the three of them, is familiarity. You know them. You know what to expect with them as far as I go. So, you know what I'm saying? Please look into special forces. I'm a try. I ain't never heard of it, but I would like to do something like that. I feel like I could have did Fear Factor. Actually, Tyrese, Blue Suit Tyrese, he always be calling me, so he always is like, man, you know what? Hey, you know what, little bro? That's how he talk. Hey, you know what, little bro? You know what? Uh somebody said what Lindsay got going on. I have no idea. I don't know. I can't see nothing she posts. Nothing. We ain't on each other's social media, so I don't know. But he said, hey, you know what, little bro? You know what would make Love After Lockup a lot of money? You know, if they did a reunion, man. But I'm like, they ain't gonna never do that. The boss up there feels like her show is too real for that. Right. Because it's so real. It sure is. But quite frankly, I feel like a Love After Lockup reunion would be a disaster. Like an absolute, and that'll be a straight disaster. Could you imagine Sean and Sarah and Destiny all on the stage together, on one stage together? Could you imagine John and Christiana and all, what? Could you imagine Lacey, Shane, and John all on one stage together, live? Could you imagine Michael, Sarah, Megan, like, boy, live on the stage together? Or me and Blaine and Lynn, man, here I slap the shit, boy, no. Hell no. Oh, no. Or me and Tia and Nicole, no. It would be entertaining, yeah, but it'll be a disaster. An absolute disaster. I wonder how Shane is doing. I talked to Shane last week. Shane wanted to come to the mental health thing with us, but his PO won't let him leave the state. So unfortunately, he can't go. But he really wanted to be a part of it. He's doing all right though. Mm. What up, Big Nova? But anyways, let me get to what I set out to do. Yeah, I got my Zewski shirt on. It's called product placement. If you don't know about Zewskis, you better ask somebody. Did you know that the guy Asante that died in a car accident on it? Yeah, I heard about that. I never spoke to him. I spoke to Renika a few times, but yeah. What up, brother Rock? Hey, Key Rock is in my chat. Now them the ones I talk to a lot. My Virginia people. What up, bro? But yeah, man. Yeah, Shane wanted to be there, but he can't. So what it do, brother Rock? Let me see. Let me see what else. Yeah, but out of the new cast, out of the cast that's out now, the only ones I really spoke to like that is Renika and Brittany and Kirak. For real, for real. They're my people. I think I spoke to Letitia maybe. I don't remember. I don't think I did. But all the other ones, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't even really seen the season. Like I ain't had time to sit down and do nothing. Like so, I'm missing out. I just be seeing what's on social media and stuff. I saw that the one dude, they done exposed him on Reddit for being on Reddit talking about the cast members, talking about all us OGs. Well, they didn't say he said nothing about me, but I mean, I was like, oh shit, that's crazy, boy. Sarcasm don't miss a beat. Sarcasm do not miss a beat. I like sarcasm, but they get you, man. I be like, damn, man, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Whoever that person is, Asa Hawkins, they'll be playing no games. That's why I find it very, very, very hilarious why a certain somebody don't care for them. Because I know exactly why. Kudos to you, sarcasm. Y'all, I got y'all back. So, Brittany, why you say that? I don't feel that way, Brittany. I ain't gonna repeat what Brittany said. Said, why you say that? You want me to say it, Brittany? Cause I say it. I'm pretty sure they can see it. Brittany said y'all trash sarcasm. And F y'all. I don't know what I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Don't shoot the messenger, all right? They do what they do. We gonna get up soon, bro. Yeah, brother Rock, Kid Rock, I text you my number. I gave y'all my number. Oh, they doxed your address. Okay, okay. I see now why. So anyway, it's about this mental health thing. Before I go, I will be there for sure. So this will be like my first little meet and greet. So anybody that's interested in meeting me in person, I'll be there along with my man John Redcorn. That's what I call him. He's the one that put this thing together. So it's coming along pretty well. He'll be there. Big brother Tyrese Blue Suit will be there. And a couple special surprises. So, Gabby was just in the chat. So let me just let y'all know right off the bat, because she wanted me to let y'all know anyways. Gabby won't be there. She's not gonna be able to make it. So Gabby won't be there. You my BFF was supposed to be there, Rachel, but Rachel won't be able to make it either. But that don't mean it won't be lit. So look out for that. And depending on how it goes in Iowa, I might, because people want me to do that in Virginia too. So maybe if it go well in Iowa, I'll try to set up one out here in Virginia, or go to New York and do it, or some other places. I miss Rachel too, Brittany. I talked to her earlier last week. She was like, have you been watching the news? We're about to be furloughed. The government's about to shut down. You really trying to travel somewhere? I was like, I ain't about to be furloughed, Rachel. I said, that ain't gonna affect me. Then she was asking me about who I'm voting for. I ain't really want to talk about that. Because I'm one of them people that actually does pay attention. I ain't one of them people that just vote in the general election. I vote in the midterms and everything, because those are the ones that matter. So. Yeah, Charles City, Iowa, on the 28th. There you go, John. Oh yeah, somebody said, can you imagine Gabby and Chris's sister all on a reunion? Yeah, that would be a disaster. Can you imagine Derek and Monique and all them together on one stage? Nah, bro. Shout out to Monique, by the way, too, because Monique be doing her thing. When I was in Chicago, I was supposed to have got up with her too. Monique just got lost. She didn't know where I was at. So on that picture you see of me and Tyrese and Jacqueline from 60 Days In, Monique was supposed to have been there too. So shout out to Mo. What up, Teasley? What up, Stunt 805? It's my boy from the Marines. Hold on. See if I can get him on here. He said, yeah, Monique. What up, bro?
What's
What's good?
What's good, man?
Huh?
How you been out there?
Chilling. For those y'all that don't know, this is my man I was in the Marines with, Brandon Teasley.
Good, y'all. What's good?
Still out there in the Bay Area.
Yep, chilling out here in Oakland. But how you doing, man? About to do a spin-off show by yourself, man? No.
I'm trying to do something. Oh, I forgot you got the little shop there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Over here in Oakland, shit. Hold on, 1 second.
You better
So,
promote it
y'all,
while you're there. You better promote it.
Fruit Bell Exotic Snacks, you know what I mean? We
Hey,
got the exotic shit from all over the barbecues.
got that fire. Yeah. Yep.
Yep, the
Indeed.
Oreos. You know we got the green tea Oreos from China, you know what I mean? Korea. Oh,
Oh,
everything's falling
sweat.
off. Got a whole bunch of drinks too, you know what I mean? If you're in the Oakland Bay area, come tap in, y'all.
Happened to my
Yeah,
man at the Bay Area. I was in the Marines with this brother.
good. Doing our thing out here.
That's
Mm-hmm.
lit. That's lit.
These
They
are,
said, where you at? Somebody said, where you at? In Oakland?
yeah, our Fruitvale. 1220 Fruitvale, everybody that's out here. Come tap in.
So y'all heard that? If you're in Oakland in the Bay Area, 1220 Fruitville.
Fruitvale Exotic Snacks. Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah,
All right.
man, you need to shoot me your Addy and shit so I can send you some shit. You know what I mean?
In the mail?
Yeah, I got you. I already sent Rico. Like, I don't
You
think you
gotta,
remember him.
I gotta get you up with my man over here. My man Will Zewski. Yeah, I gotta
Oh,
get you up
okay.
with them too.
Oh, he said Zuki.
Product placement.
Which state you at again?
I'm in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Damn. Them days. Back in the days, man. The
back
good
in the
old
day.
days.
Me,
That
you,
shit
and
was
Lloyd.
fun. Yeah, yeah. Well, I
Hey,
wonder what bro doing.
I was just
Huh?
about to create you on 2K2. That's funny.
Oh, dang. They got me.
But
They say creative
hey
hell.
man, I'm about to get up off here and start cooking, man. I've been up here for a minute, so
Hey, same. Hey, appreciate you tapping in with me, man.
all right, it's good chopping it up with you, bro.
All right. Yeah,
All right,
Fruitvale Exotic Snacks in Oakland. Come tap in.
tap in.
All right.
I got it. Yeah, that's that man. Blast from the past. That's my man. We were stationed together in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, in the Marine Corps. You know what I'm saying? Deployed together and everything. So if you in the Bay Area, if you in Oakland, go ahead tap in. My man got what you need. You over here on the East Coast, Zewskis. Check out Zewskis. They page. Check out my man Dank Imaging. You know what I'm saying? Get that work everywhere. What's up, Rewatch Reality? What's up, Rebecca? Long time no see. That's one of my favorite bloggers. You know what? Out of all the bloggers that I love still, she's one of them. Rewatch Reality, Geo, basically my mentor. I love Geo to death. And his wife, Kat. According to Amber, sad scales, I'm always going to be a sadster for life. My girl, Crystal, from True Feelings by Me. You know, we ain't talked in a long time. Love you to death. My girl, Bondi Blue, used to be my YouTube crush. Bondi Blue. Always gonna love me some Bondi. My man, Terrence, from Giving You the Real Tea. And if you ain't seen the channel, Giving You the Real Tea, I swear to God, go look at that brother. That is the funniest YouTuber I ever seen in my life. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a gay dude and he funny as shit. And we be chopping it up all the time. You know, he reviewed the show because of me. And I like his content. So check him out, man. I could go on and on. I know I'm gonna forget somebody, so let me stop name dropping YouTubers, all right? Because I don't want to forget nobody and then have people, you know, say upset with me. But I just want to name drop a few. And I keep procrastinating, so let me get off here. All right. So I love y'all to death. Thank y'all for sticking with me, listening to me, and giving me that advice on what to do. I'm glad I let it be for once. All right. Stay tuned for the return of Dive Into It with D, because I ain't done. All right. Oh, yeah. Check out Loki season 2. That shit is good if you're a Marvel fan. Matter of fact, for a minute, before I go for a minute, look, the nerd in me for a minute is about to come out. I am a comic book fucking nerd movie fan. So I've been waiting for Loki season 2 to come out so long, and it's finally come out, and I couldn't be more happy. They kept Jonathan Majors in there. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to see Deadpool 3 and the new Avengers. Like, and another thing, I'm a wrestling fan too. But I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't been a diehard WWE fan since 2006. For real, for real. That's when Booker T and Rey Mysterio, two of my all-time favorite wrestlers, became world champion there. And after that, I stopped watching, and I really stopped watching because of John Cena. I'm not even gonna lie to you. When he became the guy, it became boring as fuck to me, and I couldn't watch it. Like, I tuned in here and there during the rise of CM Punk, the rise of Daniel Bryan, so forth and so on, but I just wouldn't watch. I would watch when The Undertaker came back. I would watch when Stone Cold or somebody came back, The Rock, but that was it. So I can't stand the fact now, but for whatever reason, there's been a buzz again in wrestling. And to me, it's because of one guy. And I'm finna sound like a straight nerd, and I don't care. But there's one guy that's in the WWE right now that has brought me back to wrestling. And let me talk to you. That guy's name is L.A. Knight. Yeah. If you got to be a wrestling fan to know what I'm talking about. But he's like a fuse of Stone Cold and The Rock in the modern era, and I couldn't ask for nothing better. And then there's a female wrestler named Rhea Ripley that's smoking fucking hot. All right. And wrestling is getting good again, surprisingly, because I never thought I would watch it again. But I just wanted to say that. I know I sound like a straight ass nerd. I don't care. All right. But anyways, let me go. All right, I'm gone now. All right, I'm out. All right. I'll see y'all later. Keep watching Love After Lockup. Support my brother Rock. Support my bro John. Stay tuned for this mental health meet and greet. And hey, we out of there.